Hi learners, it's glad to see you in Krishna's space. Today is the day 80 of our 300 days DSA journey. So it's time for our today's problem. Let's understand it. So today's problem is height checker. Here a school is trying to take an annual photo of all the students, and the students are asked to stand in single file line in non-decreasing order by height. Let this ordering be represented by the integer array called expected, where expected of I is the expected height of the ith student in line. So here we have given an integer array called heights, which is representing the current order that the students are standing in. Each heights of I is the height of the ith student in line. And we have to return the number of indices where heights of I is not equal to expected of I. That means we have given an array called heights, which is giving the current order that the students are standing in. But as school demands students to stand in single file line in non-decreasing order by height, so that means there might be a possibility that students are not in their right position. So basically we just need to return those students who are not in their right position. So now let's get into the examples to understand it more better and then solve this problem step by step. As we can see in the example 1 here, we have given the array called heights and the output is 3. Why? Because when we are going to have the expected height, we will have 1, 1, 1, then 2, then 3 and then 4. So here you can see 4, 1 and 3 are not in their right position. That's why they have written the output 3, which basically means that 3 students are not in their right position. Same in example 2 here, we have given the array called heights and the output is 5 because all 5 of the students are not in their right position. Same in example 3 as well, we have given the array and in the output they have written 0. That means all the students are in their right position. So now let's understand how I have solved this problem. So to solve this problem, what we can do, we can actually sort our heights array and then we are going to compare the height array and the sorted height array. So after comparing, the result we will get, we are going to return it because it will be the answer of our problem. So now let's see the code here. So as we can see, the first thing that I have done is to make the copy of my heights array. After that, I have short that copied array, which is I have written as expected. So here expected array is the sorted array of my heights. Thereafter, I have created a variable called answer, which is going to give the answer of that how many students are not in their right position. Thereafter, I have run a loop in which I am comparing the ith element of heights and expected, and if they are not equal, then I am going to increment my answer. And in the last, we are going to return our answer. So now let's take the example 1 to understand it more better. So when we are going to sort our heights, we are going to have expected array as 1, 1, 1, then 2, 3 and 4. So now in the first run, we have 1 as 0th element of height and expected both. So we are going to move forward now, and in the second run as well, 1 is the element of first index of height and expected both. In the third run, 4 is the second element of height while 1 is the second element of expected. So that means one student is not in their correct position. We are going to increment our answer now. Now my answer will be 1. So in the next run, 2 is the element at third index of height and expected both. So we are going to move forward here. And now in the next iteration, we are going to have 1 as an element at fourth index of height, while in expected at fourth index we have 3. So that means again we got one student who is not in their right position. So we are going to increment our answer. And now my answer will be 2. Thereafter, in the next iteration, we are going to have 3 as an element at 5th index of height, while in expected at 5th index we have 4. So that means again we got one more student who is not in their right position, and my answer will going to be increment now. So now my answer is 3. And as we have traversed the whole array, we are going to come out from this loop and going to return our answer, which is 3. So that's how I have solved this problem. If you guys have any other solution of it, do write it on comment, and thank you so much for watching this video and staying with me.